People who are going to show up and buy your stuff, basically, is what you're looking for. Aren't we all? Dream clients, yes. Even using the right hashtags, still getting weirdos. Oh my gosh, that's the worst. I must get like 5 to 10 of those on every single post. I'm just like, really? The weirdos you can't get rid of, right? Conversions. Okay, getting followers and converting. Okay, good ones. Let's talk, let's get into it. So tonight I'm gonna give you real data that is based on observations from a social experiment we did inside our private club. Who was in the social experiment? My socialites and I, we do a lot of engagement groups with one another and a lot of collaboration. So if you were in that social experiment, Jocelyn, yes, a lot of people were in that. Which one? Yes, we had the Instagram one. Yes, the social engagement. I started with Instagram, and this is about in December, right? We went December 15th to January 15th for the first one, which was Instagram. So that's where my data comes from. It's not made up, okay? All right, I'm gonna give you tonight the PGC Instagram plan, which was based on the data, but just an FYI, everything that I already knew is exactly what happened. So I was able to give the girls information I'm able to give you information based on that. So good. It's gonna break down into 4 main things, 4 pillars: audience reach, the engagement, the loyalty, customer loyalty that you build, which drives conversions, by the way, and then the conversions, okay? All right, y'all wanna drop me some diamonds? Let's dig in. Okay, so pillar 1 is reaching new audiences. So reaching new audiences every day is the key to growth hacking, of course. It's not enough to like rely on the people that are already in your business to drive the sales, okay? Those are ongoing sales, but you constantly need to bring new people into your business because people eventually go through all of the stages that you send them through, especially like if you're coaching, and we have a lot of life coaches, wellness, health, all of that. We've got a lot of that mental advocacy, okay? So you've got to create systems for your business and then implement strategies that are going to consistently help you grow daily, all right? So y'all know I love Brian Moran from Sam Cart. I love him because he's a genius. He really is. And he's broken down the 6-figure strategy, which basically says, get your audience's attention the first time, any new people that are coming in, get them to take an action, and then which could be following you, signing up for a value offer, and then get them to buy the first time that they come in contact with you. So you don't want lost and dropped off people. You want to give them enough value the first time and engage them enough the first time that they follow and they do something other than follow, they convert. And then keep them buying by building long-term relationships, because like I said, the value of any customer is going to be the relationship you build, not in a single sale. So value converts, essentially. Okay, let's talk audience reach and impact. So ask yourself this about your audience. What are the similarities? What are the similarities between the people? If you've got 2 people following you, what do they have in common? Who inspires them? And this is something that I talk about all the time, the celebrity audience, because with Posh Life Bling, what I did was, I always say I sold a product before I actually had a product. And that's because I use celebrity sales. Even before I had a celebrity customer, I used to match up my products like with the celebrity that I thought would fit that product. Okay, so the person that I thought would want that product, that celebrity would be my ideal customer. And then you look at their audience base. What does their customer base look like? That is where the entire let's see, are you emailing out the PDF? I'm typing a lot of amazing notes. Let's see, I may email the PDF, yes. Sometimes I do. I do that often. I send the PDF. So I'll probably send that after as well. Okay. I'm typing a lot of amazing notes. Good. Good. Yeah, usually I send the PDF, right, y'all? I usually send it. So who inspires them? And I do this a lot with my coaching clients too. We go through this whole process where it's who is the person that you would connect to your audience? Who's the person or your product? Who is the person that you would connect? So for me, back then, Paris was the first socialite. She was the first one. She was the Kim Kardashian when I started my business. And so Paris and Sarah Jessica Parker and Lindsay Lohan, like all of those girls were the ones that I used their photos and like kind of hinted at, you know, this is something they would want, you know, or this is something they would carry, all suggestive. But now I've learned that what I was actually doing was defining a target audience, because now everyone that saw Hilary Duff, Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, all of those people want the product. So who inspires your audience? Who inspires the person that you want to sell to? And that is a freaking sea of people that you can target. I used to tell people all the time, go to those pages. Go to, if you're a marriage counselor and you deal with families, hello, go to D Wade's page. Go to D Wade's page. Him and Gabby are like the cutest couple. Everybody loves them. Everybody wants what they have. Go to their page. There's a ton of people. Or go to a page of dysfunctional relationships like Stevie J and Jocelyn. Maybe they're not so dysfunctional now. But seriously, you got a whole audience of people who need another way of looking at things. Let me know if that makes sense to you guys. Okay. And then what makes you right for them that they can use, that you can use as your USP, your positioning statement? What makes you the person that people want to come to for that thing? Thought leadership, brand positioning. What do you know? Write down 5 things that you know nobody knows like you. Okay, that's what makes you right. I'm Posh Tori, that's what they call me. You know, I help women create businesses that they love so that they can have the life that they want. They can make their own choices. They can have their own financial freedom outside of, you know, partnership or just in life, you know, because my reason is different than yours might be, but freedom is a great thing to have. And I teach women how to implement systems into their business, systems that help them automate their income so that you don't have to you got to put in that work in the beginning. You got to grind now, shine later, so that you don't have to be a slave to what you do. You can actually love it while you make money, and you're allowed to be a creative and enjoy what you get up and do every day, and go get up and work out, you know, go shop during the day if you want, go have lunch with your friends, because you've created systems that work for you. That's what I help women do. So what makes you right for those people that you've identified? Write it out. 5 things. I'm going to ask y'all at the end what your 5 things are. And if I don't remember, Steph will remind me. Steph is talking away, but she'll remind me at the end. Okay. Instagram is your new homepage. I've been saying this all year. Instagram is your new homepage. So what's your Instagram look like? Audit yourself. Do you have a clear description of what you do in your industry? Do you have a clear description of what you do? That's also and I've searched this where I've forgotten a person, I've forgotten their actual Instagram name, but I remember what they called themselves. And so I was able to type that in, and boom, it came up on Google. So it will come up in the search engines. Okay. Now you have to think about, how do you transform your customer? Why do they need you? Instant. Why do they need you? Unless you've got some major claim to fame, some major thing that you're known for, this is how the order that it should go until you have those things, and then that'll go in your bio. Okay, but for now, how do you transform the customer? Because what does everyone want to know? It's a 5-word statement. I want to see if yes, Faye. What does everyone want to know? Yes, I saw her whisper it with her. What is in it for me? What is in it for me? How can you help me? Yes, that's all people really want to know at the end of the day. And if you can lead with that, you're a step ahead of the game. Faye was like, what's in it for me, honey? Yes. I love it. If you can't hear me, can everyone else hear me? If you can't hear me, babe, you might want to come out and then hop right back in. Okay? You might just want to go out really quickly and then pop right back in. I did email the link again to anyone who can't get in. Okay? I want to give her a sec. I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. What is in it for me? That's what people want to know, period. Lead with that, always. All right? You need your own branded hashtags. You know why you need your own branded hashtags? Because if you go in, yep, we're going to get to that, boo. If you go in, and all of these things are things that you need to include. So a description of what you do, basically your industry, okay? Something that's searchable, how you transform the customer, and then your own branded hashtag. Because if you put, what do y'all sell? Drop me something that you sell. Let me give you an example. And some of my ladies who are my regulars, they know this, but tell me what you sell and give me a hashtag that you use. I'm gonna pick someone who's not doing it right. And it's not to pick on you, okay? I don't believe in that. Anything that I tell you is because I want you to be okay. Anything that I tell you is because I wanna help you. Okay, so whatever you sell, give me a hashtag. Okay, oh, there we go. There's a good one. So lip gloss popping. Let's see what that pops up on Instagram. Here's the problem with that. When you type that in, and I want you guys to type it in because I want you to see what I mean. Okay? Type it in and put in tags. 107,000 posts. 107,000 tags with that. So what you just did is from your bio, you just sent all your people to see all 107,000 other people. Big mistake, okay? And I say that because now imagine, now Bellarine, who's one of my regulars, put that in. Make a statement in Bellarine. She's one of our socialites, so she knows better. And again, y'all, all love. Everyone can tell you, let them know, y'all. It's all love, I promise you. I tell you things because I don't want you making these mistakes, okay? Now, as opposed to make a statement in Bellarine, when it pops up, it's her feed. It's what her audience can use. It's what her influencers can use. She's still building. She's in the early building stages, okay? So right now you see all her hashtags, but eventually what you're gonna see is her influencers and the people and her customers. That is who will show up in her hashtags. Does that make sense to everybody? Before I move on with that, I wanna make sure that makes sense, because what that, I see, I'm getting privately. Everyone, there we go. Because what happened, your hashtag is for, your bio is for your hashtag. So they can say, oh, what's going on with this girl or this guy? What's going on with them? And then they click your hashtag. So, and it's to encourage, you encourage your people to use it. One of the things I used to do with Bling too, I used to send out these little cards with every single order. I mean, I still do, not as much, but these little cards, that said, love it, post it, tag it. And then they had our hashtag on it. And so everyone who posted it, you knew that was a Posh Life Bling customer, okay? things like that help you build in your own, with your own tags. Let's see. You started to use, a lot of people see a lot, and good. And if people start to use yours, then that's great, because if they're a competitor, they look crazy, number one. but it's still great for you because it helps you. It helps you in the Instagram algorithm. It helps you. I follow my tag, and I start to see people using them. I saw a fake Posh Girls Club account pop up the other day. They actually followed me, and I happened to see it, and they put Posh Girl Club instead of Posh Girls Club, and they actually followed me. They copied my bio and everything. I was like, pause on that, okay? So yeah, if they're using your hashtag, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, they literally were copying. They were just like taking my post and putting it. Yeah, it is spooky. It is spooky. That was kind of creepy. I felt like, oh my gosh, what if something happened? You know, y'all know I've lost a huge account with Instagram because of a hater before. And so I'm really careful with my accounts. I don't put up, I'm very careful about my content, making sure it's my own branded content, just because I lost an account with 300,000 followers, my first Posh Life Bling account. So this is why I can tell y'all, I've gone through all the crap, okay? I've gone through it all, so you don't have to, okay? So your own branded hashtag. You're going to, any emojis, someone asked about emojis. So emojis can increase your clicks in your bio link by as much as reported by our audience, by 400% in 2 days. Seriously, don't overkill though. That's the other, it's balance. Okay, so don't overkill with your emojis. Make sure. My kid is a big tipper. He just took an Uber. I swear, he spent like $8 on the Uber, and the guy is like 3 miles from the house. He went 3 miles from the house, and he just tipped the guy $8. I'm like, what? Mommy's all about 20%, but you tipped him more than the ride was. He needs to get a job. I swear, he is crazy. I was like, did I just see that $8? The ride was $4. That's a happy Uber guy. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so back to emojis. Now that Chrissy is done ripping mommy off. Emojis can increase, like I said, by 400%, but you want to use them in moderation, right? Use them at the beginning, use them either beginning or end, right? Let's see. And we will definitely do questions at the end. We'll definitely do some questions. I just want to make sure, because I know people have to, it's a long, like I have so much content for y'all tonight, so much. So any questions, I will definitely address at the end, okay? And I don't have a replay going out. The socialites will get a replay. So if you're joining us in the socialites, you'll get the replay, but I will be sending the PDF out, okay? All right, this is good stuff, y'all. Okay, so like I said, and I know I've got one of my clients, coaching clients on that actually had the result of 400% in 2 days, increase in clicks. That was one of the first things I told her. Get an emoji in there pointing down to the link, because you'll be surprised. This happens all the time. People will say, I'll say, oh, it's in the link in my bio. And they'll say, where's the link in your bio? What is that? You cannot assume that everyone is as obsessed with Instagram as we are. Okay, you can't make that assumption. Tell people, be explicit and tell them exactly what to do. Do not leave it in your head that they know, because they don't know, okay? There's way more consumers than businesses still, believe it or not. All right, in your highlights, who doesn't have highlights is probably a better question. Who does not have story highlights? If you don't have story highlights, I want you to get some immediately, okay? Because that is a way to be inside of your brand without being there every day, okay? So you cannot, it's impossible to be in your business every single day. What if you get tired? What if this morning I woke up and I had the worst pain, my eyes are probably red because I had the worst like scratching feeling in my eye, right? And it has hurt me all day. And what if, that's went on for a week and I didn't post any stories? Well, now I have my Instagram stories to introduce myself. Think about it like this. Have a whole story going that tells every single visitor about your brand from beginning to end. Right there on first contact. Okay? First contact, they know everything they need to know about you. They know your personality. They know who you serve. They know how you transform their lives. They know how you make their lives better. All within the first introduction. That you should have more action. I'm going to put this out there and I'm going to stand by it. You should have more action going on in your stories than anywhere else. Okay? Make your best story. In fact, your first stories, I would like you to create, and I would like you to create your first stories as